Welcome to the Week 1 Fireside Chat for Educational Leadership 655, Pupil Services and Non-Discrimination with Viterbo University in La Crosse, Wisconsin. This week begins on Monday, January 20th and concludes on Sunday, January 26th, 2025. Some reminders: make sure that you have your biography posted in Moodle. That is the way that Viterbo takes attendance. Obtain the course text, School of Errors, Rethinking School Safety in America. Email me by Friday, January 24th if you'd like to join a specific learning team. Print the course calendar to plan for activities. The class is busy for the first 7 weeks, followed by a 4-week research module that ends on April 11th. Note the optional phone call final in the syllabus. So we have some principles that we will redundantly address in this class: discretion, best interest, Board of Education policy, and induction. So those will always be at the forefront. Our week 1 focus: foundations of pupil services programs. Key topics: best interest of the child. Federal law recognizes this term, best interest of the child, but leaves its definition to context and professional discretion. From School of Errors, educators are entrusted with making ethically sound decisions in the best interest of students, often using their own discretion beyond constitutional guarantees. Best interest is inherently subjective, shaped by your experiences, biases, and context. Who exercises discretion? Teachers, aides, and who really believes that they have discretion to make decisions? Hold meetings to let students share their perceptions. Ask questions like, what should a new student know about our school? How might they feel joining us? How would they learn how to report bullying or harassment? Reflect on progress in non-discrimination practices over the last 50 years. We cover a lot of that here in our first week. Third-party services. Third-party mental health services in schools help address discrimination due to poverty by removing transportation barriers or access to a provider. During the pandemic, staff excelled at adapting services for all students. And there's a little video where I highlight and amplify those positives. So systems will develop. Special education data. So you have a post that is due on, let's see here, January 25th, your disability population post. So what you're going to do is to look at the number of students, for example, identified with speech language, emotional disability, intellectual disability, autism, and so forth, and try to identify any trends with that. For example, we know that American Indian youth are 1.7 times more likely to be identified as disabled. Students with a 4+ adverse child experiences or ACE score are 32 times more likely to have behavioral challenge. And watch out for those long COVID referrals in your district, such as for foggy thinking. Professional development should be data-driven, not just based on preferences. So track and review those every year of where people are going for professional development and if that indeed matches the needs in your district. So we have our discussion questions this week. Make those relevant again to your setting. If you're not in a school district, if you're working for a CISA or something else, then just answer those from that position that you're in or assume that you're in a district. And hey, folks, that is it for our week 1 Fireside Chat. Now, typically, when we get into additional weeks, I will have shout outs for specific students to post and that they've made in that week's discussions. So I'm looking forward to that. But for now, we are off to a great start here, week 1 of Educational Leadership 655. Thank you.